Hey guys, welcome. It's Friday. This is Songwriter 101 Plus, and let's talk about creative writing today. I'm going to share a story with you that is very, very, very inspirational and very important to realize, and not a lot of people do realize this. Everybody, Taylor Swift, she's a household name. She is a mega star. Well, from the time that Taylor was 12 to 16 years old, all she did, very beginning of her career, was write and write and write some more. And it really depends on where you want your career to be. But if you want to be a songwriter, you have got to write. And you've got to write everything. You've got to write deep, and you've got to write details, and you've got to paint a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. A story is lots of pictures. So if we broke up a song into different sections, we are trying to paint a picture in each section. 1, verse, chorus, verse. Same chorus, that's okay. Well, we're at 3 pictures so far. How many words is that? That's like 3,000 words. We haven't even gotten to the bridge. We haven't even cut this 3 verses yet. So the point is that you're trying to paint pictures, guys, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. So how many times, when is the last time that you wrote a section of your song and you wrote 1,000 words to describe that picture that you were painting for that section in your song? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Not that you have to write 1,000 words, but if you did, you would have a lot of content to draw from when you're trying to create one idea, one picture, one section of your song. And that content is very important because just like any other time when you're writing a song, you're trying to write the best product that you possibly can. So if you take and write as many words as possible detailing that picture that you're trying to paint in that section of your song, you'll be able to pick the very best stuff, the very best words to be able to describe that picture and put that stuff into the sections of your songs. So just to give you an idea of creative writing, I'm going to kind of explain to you a process that I took myself through one of my own songs. And this wasn't some, divine revelation. Guys, I learned this stuff by educating myself and looking up to more experienced songwriters and going to conferences that had to do with songwriting and being a member of NSAI, which is Nashville Songwriter Association International. If you guys are not sure, I'll make sure that you guys have a resource to that. But it's very, very important that you just continue to learn from other songwriters and from experienced songwriters, because that's exactly what I did, and that's what I apply every single day when I write a song. This is what I did with $5 flip-flops. Now here is the song, okay? Let's verse, chorus, verse, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. And behind that, all of these words here is just some of the content that I copy and pasted from 1,000 words that we wrote to construct this song. So let's talk about the content. So the first thing that I want you to do when creative writing for a specific song is with a hook. It can be a temporary hook for now. The hook is going to be the title of your song, $5 flip-flops. Write down your hook. Then right underneath that, you're going to write down concept. What is your song about? 2 sentences. That's it. What's your song about? All you get is 2 sentences to describe what the big picture of your song is about. So title or your hook, concept, 2 sentences only describing what your song is ultimately about. And think about telling somebody else what that song is about when you're writing your concept. And if you couldn't say those 2 sentences to somebody and they go, oh, okay, well, I know what that song's about, I want to listen to it. That's why you want to make sure that you think about your concept. 2 sentences, that's all you get. Underneath that, you're going to write Boneyard. And I got Boneyard from a guy named Brent Baxter, who has multiple cuts on country radio and hit. He has written hit songs. And he gave that little tidbit at one of his conferences. And I took that tool and I started applying it to my own writing. The Boneyard is your scrapyard. It's every bit of content that you're going to write that pertains to that song. You're going to write underneath Boneyard, you're going to write who, what, when, where, why, and how. And then in each one of those sections, you're going to write as much content as you possibly can about those things. Who's in the story? Who are the characters? And describe those characters. Be detailed. Like, get into the nitty-gritty. What are they wearing? How do they speak? Where do they live? Blah, blah, blah. You know, write as much as you can about the who's in your story. Because all that stuff is content you're going to pull into your song. Possibly. The what's. What's going on in the song? What are you seeing? What's somebody thinking? You know, what's somebody saying? What? All the what's. When are things happening in your song? Is it at a specific time on the clock? Is it at night? Is it during the day? Is it at dusk, daybreak, whatever? Okay. When is that song happening? When, what time of year? Okay. That's a when, you know. Is it spring, summer, fall, winter, you know? When are things happening in that? And be specific in your story. When are things happening? Any other whens you can think about? Where? Where are those things happening? Is there a location? Talk about that location. What's it look like? Paint a picture in your content when you're describing your where. Why? Why are things happening the way that they're happening? Cause and effect. Why are you writing this song? That's a really important thing. Why are you motivated to write this song? Okay, you can put in what. Anything you go, like any question that you ask yourself, label it under the who's, what's, when, where's, why's, and how's. So why? Why are you writing the song? And then go to the how's. How are things happening? How are things developing? How is it that character A is interacting with character B? How did things start to move forward in your story, right? How did things progress in what you're trying to say to the audience, right? In your story, how is it progressing, okay? And just write. Now, sometimes, you know, you're just going to get to the point where you're like, I can't write anymore, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But the idea is to write as much as possible, okay? And here's some other things as well. there's a resource called Brainy Quotes. There's also a resource called rhymer.com, and I'll put that stuff in the links in the notes here. There's a resource called Rhyme Zone, and we're going to talk about rhyme schemes later on. That's a completely different subject, but right now what I want to really focus on is the creative writing. Okay, what are the colors that you're seeing? How can you describe a painting? What is happening in that painting? Are people interacting? What drama is happening? What actions are taking place? What emotions are you trying to convey? What are they wearing? What brands? Okay, that's another thing too. Being specific about brands. In country music, you hear John Deere all the time. John Deere is a brand. You hear, what's another one? Anyway, yeah, you get it. If you hear actual brands at Budweiser, Budweiser is another brand that you hear in country songs. And so what brands are a part of your story? Okay, that's another thing. Like descriptive details. I mean, if you're writing a song about fishing and you're writing a song about a boat, what color is the boat? How long is the boat? What shape is the boat? How many seats are in the boat? How many times have you taken that boat out fishing? You see what I'm saying? Like everything about that boat, you can start pulling content and describing and writing creatively. There's an example that I came across the other day. If I can think about it, it was a wonderful example about creative writing. Oh, Rodney Atkins, Caught Up in the Country. It's a song on the radio right now. But that's writing. Okay, listen to that song. Listen to Caught Up in the Country by Rodney Atkins. And he's going to describe to you what the country, being caught up in the country, is to him. And everything he says is a descriptive phrase about being caught up in the country. So listen to that song as a good reference for creative writing, about detailed writing, that kind of thing. And if you guys need any help with doing this, I am available to help you out. So all you need to do is write me a personal message, and we can sit down one-on-one and talk more about your projects, guys. Okay? So here's what to expect in the near future. We're going to talk about song structure. Okay? We're going to break down what a song actually is and the individual pieces of the song. Okay, melody, lyrics, rhythm. We're going to talk about verses, choruses, pre-choruses, bridges, etc. And we're going to talk about rhyme schemes. Okay, so thank you if you joined this group. Excuse me. Thank you if you've joined this group. Share with your friends. We are trying to build a community of songwriters here, guys, and work with each other, okay? But if you need some help, I'm happy to sit down with you one-on-one and talk about your projects and help you get to the next level with your songwriting, okay? So that's it for now. I will see you guys a little bit later. Feel free to reach out if you need anything, okay? All right, see ya.